Thanks for tapping in with 95 South TV, hosted by Icon Ian King J, bringing you the best news and media through the efforts of the community. We interview nonprofit organizations, business owners, school teachers, spiritual leaders, and anybody who has an impact in the community that has a remarkable backstory. These professionals that we bring on this show has a story that will wow you, that will knock your socks off. And with that being said, we want you to tune in, keep it locked. We want you to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Be a dedicated listener. Come in, and if you require to do an interview, you can definitely reach out to us at 95southpodcast@gmail.com. Thank
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. And once again, we on Not Hill 95 South TV. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I got to thank God for this opportunity because without him, it would be no us. First, I wanted to introduce my right hand man, your baby mama favorite co host, Barry White Jr. himself. Saying voice over, my man King Jacob. What's going on, brother?
What up, man? Glad to be in the land of the living, man. We here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today, man, we got something different, man. We've been rocking and rolling this thing for 6 years now, and it's the first time in history on 95 South TV that we got somebody who actually is in the medical marijuana, legalized marijuana business. You know what I'm saying? I got my man King Riggs in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother?
What's happening? What's happening? Man, it's a
Yeah, man.
blessing to
So
be here.
yeah, man. So, man, just kind of let us know, man. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Just kind of let us know, you know, what got you into this business.
Man, so man, I moved out here from Columbus, Georgia, man, in 2012, somewhere around in there. But about 2019, when they got ready to legalize, right before then, my boy Big Gilt from the Goody Mob, shout out to the mob, you know what I'm saying, Dungeon
So,
family.
so hold on. Before you keep going, you said move out from where? So, tell people where you're at.
So I'm out here in Oklahoma.
Okay, go ahead. So, I want to
My
make sure we
bad,
set
my
it
bad.
up right.
Yeah, my
But go
bad,
ahead.
my bad. So yeah, man, I moved from Columbus, man. I hit to Oklahoma, and man, the medical marijuana jumped off. I was uh, I was already working with my boy Big Gip, you know what I'm saying, with the hemp and the CBD products, you know what I'm saying, and I mean that kind of, you know what I'm saying, it goes hand in hand, you know what I'm saying. I was selling his products and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying. We opened up the store down in Columbus, Georgia, and everybody seen that, and
You,
they
you froze up
wanted
on
that.
the floor. Sometimes.
What's up?
Go ahead. You should be good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I was doing that, and then everybody else just wanted to have me on their team. So, you know what I'm saying, I went in it. I went in it full force. Yeah. So that's what started. That's what got me into the medical marijuana out here in Oklahoma.
Okay, so what was the challenges that you received or you got back from kind of even getting started? Because I know, especially being a brother, it's kind of hard to get into that business and getting through the loopholes.
Yeah, and believe. Let me say this, man. I was shocked. You know what I mean? Because I'm a new face out here in Oklahoma, and all of these people that started these businesses and processes and grows and stuff like that. They got people they went to school with, people that they was familiar with, and they chose not to do with them, but to deal with a complete stranger. So, you know, that kind of was in my mind at the same time. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking, like as a brother, you know what I'm saying, as a young black king, I'm out here running up and down these highways and things, you know what I'm saying, car loaded. It's all kind of new laws, and you know what I'm saying. I really didn't know what to expect, but I mean, God had my back. You know what I'm saying. I ended up with every company I was working with, I made them huge. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. It's crazy. Bodega Boys. I don't know if you heard of them or not, but they down in Florida, New York. They do a lot of living soil growing. You know, that's gonna be your best product. Your best tree come from living soil, man. Um, a lot of other folks that just was in it for the money, they growing in cocoa. Don't nothing in the world growing no cocoa. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't find nothing growing out of cocoa nowhere. So that you can just tell that was just for the money, just to make it grow. But the real ones, the real ones growing in living soil, man. So just keep that in mind when you what I'm saying, doing your being your cannabis business. You really want living soil products.
Okay, so do you have a brick and mortar spot, or you just, or how do you sell your product?
So for the most part, I mean, we started out. I was having to go door to door. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you know what I'm saying? When I was coming to your door selling them Kirby vacuums, man, I was having to pull up at these dispensaries, walk in, walk in, walk in with a sample pack. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody put the nose in it, and voice what they thought. And you know what I'm saying? I just let them know what it was, and gave them really good deals and things, man. And just made it pop. You know what I'm saying? I was out here. I ain't know nobody. Um, I ain't even got no family out here. My grandpa came out here with, he passed away, but I had to just stand up on my 10 toes, man, hit these doors. I've been in every dispensary in Oklahoma, every
Oh
one of them,
wow!
every
Oh
one of them.
wow!
And oh yeah, and maybe half of the grows. Now let me tell you this: a lot of the grows was illegal, but I did when them Asians popped in. Hey, no offense, I rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hustling heavy cent. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the Asians came in. It was a lot of illegal business, and
Mm-hmm.
but they fronted like they was legal. So you know what I'm saying? You had to be on your P's and Q's too, because you going to grow that's illegal, and the people coming there, they don't want. It ain't no excuse. You in there? You gone?
Yeah,
You did one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? With that right there being said, man, it was it was pretty rough, man, and scary. I've been in some grows where people got shot execution style.
What?
Man, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Real in the field, dog. I promise you. I promise you. Like I said, man, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, to still be here because a lot of them ain't.
I wouldn't expect the marijuana business to be deadly. I wouldn't expected that. I ain't never heard that story. That's the first time I've heard. I've heard that the real Rick Ross talk about it, and I've heard a couple other people talk about being in that business. But I never heard them say that it could be dangerous like that. You know what I mean?
Treacherous, treacherous, man. It was people going to them groves, to do business, and
Uh-huh.
never out. You never seen them again.
What? Oh, wow,
Yeah, man.
that's,
Yeah, yeah. Oh
that's
yeah,
crazy.
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I pulled up on some groves, man. They be kind of off in the woods, duck down. You get to a gate, it's a whole bunch of nothing because Oklahoma flat. It ain't a
Yeah,
whole bunch
yeah.
of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, gates, folks pull up on 4 wheelers with AK-47s. You know, you got to talk to them, let them know what you're here for, show them and things, and then they let you on in the gate. You go down there. Hey, man, I done seen some wild, wild things. I'm talking about I really can't get into depth of it, but I seen some wild things and didn't know what I was running into before I got there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it was just a blessing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead and jump in. I know you got the questions.
Yeah, man. So, you're in this medical business, man. So, I know you got the growth forms, but talk about the growth forms, and then when they go from the growth form, and they partner up with a person that runs a warehouse. Can you kind of give us insight on that?
Right. So, you know, um, man, just it means just depends. Like most of them grows and processors, you know, once they get they product moving and I get them into so many stores, um, you have to work with a warehouse for distribution purposes. So you know what I'm saying, the dispensary can have the products they need on time. I mean, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Once you get orders going and it's popping all over the state, from one little spot. You have to have distribution plans. If not, your business will not be successful. And also with the distribution, I mean, they got to be on point too. Like with concentrates, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got with your dabs. We take them to them, but if they handle them wrong and the product turns upside down, the customer not gonna like it when they get it because it's gonna be sticky all over the top, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna look right. That thing supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That thing supposed to be in there like that, not melted everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the handling, the distribution part was a big key in your business being successful or not as well.
Okay, okay,
So
and so man, let's that really makes me to go back to the state of Colorado when they first legalized it, and how the state of Colorado grossed $13.2 billion within a 3 year span. And a lot of people was quitting their corporate America jobs to go work in the warehouses in Colorado, man. And so, you know, how do you think that they kind of turned that around and made the whole economy better for the whole state of Colorado within 3 years? That's unheard of.
so what they did was, man, they had side and they had recreational side. You know, like I know the recreational side jump because you know you had folks from everywhere because they knew they can go walk in the store, buy what they wanted to see. So that's really what made Colorado jump up in the numbers like that right there. You know, Oklahoma is, and they got, I'm gonna say this, they got a lot of corrupt business going on here, and they really didn't allow the recreational because you know what I'm saying, we in the middle. I mean, I feel them. You know what I'm saying, we in the middle. A lot of people come up through here. You know what I'm saying, from all directions. You know what I'm saying, so they knew like that recreational was gonna cause a whole lot more problems. So I see why they did the medical, and it made much more sense. And like I said, I mean, I'm all for top quality product, and you know what I'm saying, that I mean that's always around because everything had to go through a lab and be tested. You know what I'm saying, and that's the difference. Like recreational, man, you know what I'm saying? They can grow it outside. It's probably testing high and all kind of metals and fungus and all that stuff. Folks don't know what they be smoking, you know what I'm saying? But with the medical side, everything got to go through a lab and got to pass tests and got to be good, clean. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
and that
right.
that what I stood by. You know what I'm saying? Once them people showed me their product and what they wanted me to sell, like I said, I was getting paid to sell their products. You feel what I'm saying? So um, once they showed me what they wanted me to sell, if it wasn't that, Riggs ain't had no business with. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I pass on that. So I work with. Let me tell you who I work with, man. I started out with Slow Burn. It was a ground up grow and processor. They didn't know how they was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I shot them all the way to the top. And man, we pretty real known. Like I said, the name of that one is Slow Burn. Man, let me get my let me grab my thing. I can show y'all. It'd be all good. Hey, Cal. But hold on just a minute. I got my people grabbing it for me. But anyway, I was working with Slow Burn, and then a lot of people familiar with Starbuds. That's a big Colorado company. They came here and opened up dispensaries, and then they decided they wanted to do a processing company as well. Man, before they hit the ground with the processing, they hit me up. I don't know how they got word of me, whatever, but they did. They hit me. I mean, I was moving, bro. I was moving. I'm gonna tell you like this: like I sold over 100,000 a month. You know what I'm saying, by myself,
Mm,
and you know, yeah, it was just going. It was going from all directions, man. Starbucks came in. They hit me before they got here. Told me they wanted me to be the guy. I put them in over 1,000 stores like that. And
mm,
then, yeah, when they got here on the ground, man, they opened up. They started a call center, distribution, and then they slowly pushed me out the door. You did, because
mm,
like I got the order coming in now. You know what I'm saying? And they really didn't need rigs no more. You know what I'm saying? It was just, man, it's just the typical what we expect when we go in, you know what I'm saying? We do
Mm-hmm.
shit. I'm talking about, so you know what I'm saying, with that being known and that being in the back of my mind, I always had a secondary plan myself. But we'll get into that ain't about the show right there. But um we're gonna keep it on the medical marijuana. Um yeah, man. Uh so yeah, Starbuds, I got their product moving across the state. And then the Bodega Boys, they was just a little small grow down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like I said, they grow living soil. Some of the best flour that I have ever smoked. You know what I'm saying? And I done smoked flour from Jamaica, from Colorado, from Cali. You know what I'm talking about? From everywhere, everywhere, man. Seattle got some pretty good tree too. But yeah, the Bodega Boys, top tier. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, they're in Cali, they're in New York, and they're in Florida. I think they're in Missouri as well, but
Okay,
I do
okay.
know they're in the States right now. But yeah, man.
Okay, so man, let's talk about the vending machines that we see, in different states. You know what I mean? The states that's legalized have the vending machines. Um, like, I know people go down to Vegas, they come back with stuff that they definitely can't get in their state. And they talk about the vending machines. So what's the process of those vending machines and man, do you know much about the vending machines as well?
We don't really have the vending machines in Oklahoma, like I said, because it's straight medical. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
It's like, and they didn't turn it all the way into like actually going to a pharmacy, getting your prescription.
Hmm.
You did, but it's looked at
Right.
that manner right there. So it ain't no vending machines around here now. Like I said, I mean, what's in the vending machines for the most part? Junk food.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Food in the machine, man. You can put anything in the vending machines. You ain't got to have nothing to get it. It ain't meet no requirements. You don't know what you're smoking. Like I said, it could be high metals, it could be high fungus, all kind of things, man. It's so like I said, man, just be careful because it's a lot of money sharks out here, and they just want that money. They don't care nothing about what I'm saying, what they
Right.
putting
Right.
out.
Right. Right. So since you talking about the medical, I know like through the hemp and certain different products, man. They always talking about the product branding and how it helps, like diabetes and high blood pressure and fibromyalgia and things of that nature, man. So can you kind of talk about some of the medical products that really help people's health?
Oh yeah, man. So it's a lot of different properties in cannabis. Um, Man, you have the terpenes, you have your cannabinoids, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff and all those different levels, you know what I'm saying, they hit certain, you know what I'm saying, it's different ones for different illnesses. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Um, Mostly sativas are gonna be good for women. You know what I'm saying? It's good for their, what I'm saying, bodies, like what they call it. I'm lost for words right now, man. Got a lot going on for real. But yeah,
It's all right,
man,
man.
the sativa,
It's all right.
yeah, yeah, man. But sativas, you know what I'm saying? Um, Good, like I said, good for women, man. Good for women. And man, all the cannabis. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it do miracles. I've seen people been in wheelchairs and thought they was gonna be in a wheelchair for the rest of their life, but they end up walking around now, all because of cannabis. I didn't seen and treated people with skin cancer. They had them sores all on their arms and
Right,
things like
right,
that. Right?
right.
Man, they get that salve, rub it on there. Just tell them to keep rubbing it on there, man. And the salve, it kills the cancer. You know what I'm saying? So we see it do it. outside your body, you know it's gonna do it inside your body. RSO is
Mhm.
another good product, man. I don't know if you know much about it or not, but it's made from molded cannabis. That guy Rick Simpson came up with, you know what I'm saying, invented it and found it. And that banned him out of the whole northern hemisphere. He can't come nowhere around here because he discovered RSO oil. And like I said, it's made from molded cannabis, and it's like a tar. You put
Mhm.
it on the tongue, and it attack every negative cell in your blood. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying, man?
Mm.
You know how many blood tests and things the folks got to do at the hospital to find out how many negative cells you got, and you can just eat this shit and it kill all the negative ones. I
Man.
call that, yeah, man. That's God in the plant, dog. Straight up. I mean, in my eyes. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that RSO, man. That's one of the biggest things. I eat it as well. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
um, yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, super beneficial to the plant, and it make me kind of understand and see why the southern states are the last to legalize it. That's what
Well,
most they don't want us to be healed. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to be healthy. They making money off of us. You did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You right. You right, man. So with that being said, man, do you have your own store where people can cop products from you as well?
Man, I did in the end. Well, before my ending, I just decided to go another way. Just because I'm smart. And like I said, they keep coming up with rules and stuff. But yeah, I had a store, and I had a partner with my store. Um, I really didn't like that store side because, like I said, they had started to inflict more and more rules and
Hmm.
and things, and it was just too many black windows. You did what I'm saying? Like like gray areas. You know what I'm saying? Really didn't know if he was gonna be all right or not. So
mm.
I just decided to be all right and get on out the business completely until they get everything figured out.
Okay, so like
Yeah, yeah.
like like
You
I've
probably,
been doing.
you probably that police popping on you all the time too, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, right. So I had been doing some research about um ADHD and autism, and they was talking about hemp and how it helps that. You know what I mean? And so, is there any insight that you can give on that?
Most definitely, man. I got a niece that's autistic down in Columbus. My sister. My sister baby. And man, that guy shout out to that boy Rashawn Hodge. He in Atlanta. He's a medical um, doctor. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was working with him. We ended up getting my niece medical marijuana in Columbus, Georgia. I mean, it's a whole lot of different stipulations we had to do. You know what I'm saying? Jump over some hoops and things for it to happen, but got it happen. A bunch of limits on it as well. Even you know what I'm saying? Even with her being autistic, man. I mean, it's crazy that the South know that this is a medicine and it cures and helps a lot of things and still won't let it. But anyway, yeah, man. So I was treating my niece with it, man, and she was really, really hyper all the time. But when I gave her them gummies, she calm all the way down. She ain't acting up and being so hyper, and what I'm saying, you can actually work with her. So yeah, man, it really does work with autism, big time. I
Okay.
know little kids that have seizures, little kids that have seizures. You know what I'm saying? Man, the RSO oil I was telling you about. If a kid was in a seizure, put that in their mouth and it stop instantly. But they still won't allow them to get it. You get your child that RSO oil and take them to the hospital.
Mm.
They got that cannabis in them. You going to jail. Your child going to DHS. How that makes
Well,
sense?
well. The reason why I asked you about the store because there's so many people all across the world would want to order from you online once they get the insight on what all you know that can really help them and things that they've
Right,
been dealing with for the last 20, 25 years. So I was referring to an online store that you may have.
man. So I really don't have an online store. What I can do and what I would like to do is promote. Gip Goodies. You just type in gipgoodies.com,
Okay.
and man, you can get all your hemp and CBD needs there. I mean, that's just one of the
You fell off, Icon.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, okay. About to bring it back up. Try to open your camera back up. You don't see your camera. You hear? Can you hear me? Oh, you did fall off for a sec. No, that's crazy um because what I want to ask him is about the whole thing of when you said a store, Jacob. And the only problem I see with maybe having a store is because I don't know if the store would be considered federal. You know what I'm saying? So, because if it's medical marijuana, if it's only legal in Oklahoma for what he's doing, then it may not be legal federal. Because the thing about it is, even if like let's say you in a state like let's say where Big V is at, and you selling marijuana out there, and it's legal out there, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But technically, the feds could still come in and arrest certain people for that if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? They could because it's still a federal crime, so they could still come in
Yeah,
and
but when I was asking about the product branding and the healthy products, that's through hemp. Hemp is not illegal. You can actually grow hemp in your backyard.
oh, you just talking about the hemp purpose of
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was talking about the hemp purpose and how they have the healthy hemp products, for diabetes and high blood pressure, fibromyalgia, for rheumatoid arthritis and things of that nature.
I'm sorry, bring it back. Yeah, back up. Can you hear me, Riggs?
I'm here. I'm here. Man,
Okay,
we got a winter
okay.
storm out here. We got a winter storm out here, so the weather been real bad and internet and all that right there. It's kind of rough.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm kind of shaky out here myself. I'm out in Tennessee right now. But I
Oh,
was
okay.
asking you because when Jacob was saying about the whole, I guess the hemp part of it, because I'm like, if you do an online store, especially dealing with marijuana, could that cross federal guidelines? Because I know federally, even if you're in a state that is legal, federally, the feds, if they wanted to mess with you, they could if they wanted to. If it's not, you know what I'm saying. So how would that fall in play with having a store, have a online store?
So that's why I just what I'm saying, referred to Gip Goodies. Like I said, that's the safest way, man. That's your CBD and hemp. You really can't buy um cannabis legally, what I'm saying, state to state like that. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah, man, you'll be looking at a lot of trouble. Them people will be at your door with your pack.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about so I know a few years ago they had a big news story, and of course it was a bunch of white mothers that was talking about how their kids were having all these seizures, and some of these kids was having 30 and 40 seizures a day for some crazy reason, and they was pushing for them to legalize marijuana, what I'm saying, the medical marijuana, and then and I think when they tested it, their kids went from like 30, 40 seizures a day or a week or whatever it was to like three, down to three or four maybe. So it like reduced the. So have you come across people who dealing with those medical issues that kind of help and what you're doing?
Most definitely, most definitely. Like I said, man, it's a lot of kids that have seizures and things like that. I tell you what, man, my son, he ended up having them too from the army. But yeah, man, the RS, like I said, the RSO oil, which is derived from rotten cannabis, it's the truth, man. It really works. It stopped the seizure, and if you just give it to them regularly throughout the day, it will. They probably won't have no seizure. but
Mm.
it does stop a seizure with like a snap of a fingers, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna give you this quick story because you look like this guy I used to know back in the day, back in the '90s, named Mo. Y'all look just alike, and he was the first guy who ever would walk around, and he had cancer, and they gave him weed back then medically to smoke. And I remember we'd be in the club all the time, and he would have these blunts that was probably doggone maybe about almost I would say a good a 7, 8 inches long because it would be like 6 or 7 blunts. I don't know how he
Yeah.
did it. That would be rolled up together, and I mean, long as train smoke. And then he would walk around the club and he would pass it around to everybody and let them get a couple of puffs off of it. You know what I'm saying? I just
Right.
and I
Yeah.
look at you and I'm like, hey, you remind me of my man Mo from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So when you said like you and Big Gip kind of got everything rolling, so that's the name. That's part of he's part owner of your company, or did you just use that for like marketing purposes?
No, Big Gift. Well, my store, I shut my store down. So yeah, I don't have a cannabis store anymore. I Big Gift, Gift Goodies is all big gifts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, like I
Mm,
said, shout out to Kane Giffy, man. Yeah, man, that's all his property. He started his businesses, well, his production for, you know what I'm saying, his own significant reason. I think was his pops. You know what I'm saying? I think his pops was a victim to victim to cancer.
mm.
So yeah, man, he got smart and got into it, and shoot, I followed suit. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
So in the state of Oklahoma, do y'all have like other kind of like illegalized product that you can sell legally out there? Other than like, I know some places like Kentucky, I think they can do shrooms and they can do other stuff too, but um
the shrooms are they in the mix. They in the mix. And those are, hey, they medicine as well, man. Shrooms do a lot, especially for people that have seizures and PTSD and all that right there. The shrooms do help as well. But yeah, man. So yeah, you got the shrooms. I really don't know all the legal laws about the shrooms. So like I said, it's so new and
mhm.
so different in everywhere you go. So like I said, just be careful. You know what I mean when you purchase this stuff, because I mean you really don't know what you buying until you get it and
Mhm.
it's either fake. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just be careful. Yeah, you can buy shrooms from state to state.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I mean I just don't like the candy bar and stuff like that. Like I
Okay.
said, I really don't know. Let me say that. Let me not say that. I really don't know, man, for real. Not about the shrooms, but yeah,
Okay.
they do sell shrooms. They do have the shrooms. You can buy CBD legally. You can buy hemp legally. In any state from state. You know what I'm saying? But this
Okay.
with the cannabis, it's a whole nother ball game, man. Be careful if you're doing that. I mean, I'm not. You know.
So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the medical marijuana business. First, talk about the good part of actually the business itself. What was the probably the best part of it for you?
For me, the best part of it was learning about the cannabis, learning about the plant, all the different terpenes, the smells and the tastes is what I'm talking about when I say terpene. It's the smell and the taste, the cannabinoids and what they do and how they benefit your body. You did, and learning those things right there and healing people, with my knowledge, with what I'm learning about this plant, and they come in and tell us their ailments. I just read about all these cannabinoids and terpenes and which ones, you know what I'm saying, and we just got to right and bam, give them a vape pen or give them a salve, which is the cream you rub on the, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, I mean, it was that was my favorite part about it, you know what I'm saying,
Okay,
learning
now
about it.
what's the bad of it, of the business side of it that you could teach people about? that wanted to get into it?
Just because there's so many gray areas. Um, them people want big pharma wanting to come in and take over and get out of, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna, as a small business, you're gonna have a lot of hurdles to jump over. I mean, they make it hard because they really don't want you to make it. Because like I said, big pharma want to take over. So I mean, I'm saying, like, if you ain't already in it,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't try to start. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, unless you in the state that ain't did it, that haven't legalized yet, and then they do legalize. I mean, I would jump in it then. But as far as going into a state that's already in motion, don't do it, because you don't know what you're jumping into, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's a swamp out there. It's sharks and gators out there, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know the
Real
ugly. I know the ugly
big.
was the whole thing when you said that the folks in Colorado, I guess, came over there and kind of took you out. You know what I mean? Out the business or whatever when they kind of came in with their big boy draws on. So beside
Right.
so what was the you feel like would if you had to do it all again, would you still had approached it the same way, or what would you have done it differently so you wouldn't have got sniped out the game, basically?
So what I would have done differently, man, I would have. I don't know. I would have. I wish I would have had me a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just me by myself. Me being that it was just me out here. I ain't really know nobody. I ain't have not one person around me that I really could trust. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't know that I could trust them. And they ain't had nothing to lose. You did what I'm saying, man. But if I would have had a team, just 3, 4 people, um, making calls for me to all of my clientele, being because I had so many um, buyers that I was serving, I couldn't even keep up. I couldn't keep up, you know what I'm saying, week to week, making phone calls, getting orders in. And they end up coming up with like some computer programs. One particular is called Leaf Link. Um,
Mhm.
it's a couple more that they came up with, where dispensaries can go on there and place their orders. Now, if you already working with them, when they get on those accounts, they can pick your name because your name is on there as a salesman or a broker, and you know they can pick your name and you'll still get credit for it. But it was like I said, it was a lot of a lot of them computer crooks. You know what I'm saying, when they
Mhm.
came in,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, I would have.
basically.
I needed a like a support system. You know what I'm saying? People making
Mhm.
them calls, because I mean, I was on the pedal. Like I told you, I'm walking indoors. You know, a lot of these
Mhm.
people don't like to order online. They like to have a person to person react. You know what I'm saying? Interaction, and make deals, and you know what I'm saying? Create like a
Mhm.
bond. And, especially that, they want the
Mhm.
salesman to come set up in the store, do a pop up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But when you just
Yeah.
buying online, you ain't really built no relationship or no rapport with nobody for them to want to come and do a pop up at your store. You know what I'm saying? And make the product jump. And that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was putting
Mhm.
that kind of, like I said, I needed a squad with me.
Something else you probably would have needed too, and me and my brothers had talked about doing this a couple of years back in Florida. Was a basically a delivery service. You feel what I'm saying? Where you deliver around the
Oh yeah,
city or
yeah.
whatever.
So at them warehouses,
Hmm.
which called distribution centers, that's what they was. They had a big enough warehouse to store products from so many different so many different producers, like growers, processors. They had stores, and had room to put all that stuff up, and they had delivery service with the storage, because they want the product to move as well, because that's how they was
Hmm.
getting paid. moving the
Mm-hmm.
product.
Well, you
Oh
talking
yeah.
about from store to store? You talking about the people's houses?
From no, not well to the house. They
Yeah,
still
I
have
was talking
not
about like where
implemented.
somebody put an order in, they call a number, put an order in, and almost like a Uber or something. Like, instead of you picking up somebody, you go like you Domino's or something. You know what I mean? You going to somebody's
Right,
house
right,
and
right.
dropping it off. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you know that's what
Yeah.
I was talking about. Delivery service like that to even move even more product that way. You know.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So with that, I mean, they do, they do have it, uh, but it's not a lot. Cause like I said, it's a lot of, what I'm saying, it's a lot of range you got to jump through to be all the way legit to be able to deliver medical marijuana to somebody's door. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said,
Okay.
it's just like Wild, yeah, just like Walgreens. You going to that pharmacy, So it's just like that, dog. With the rules and things that they're implementing right now, that's what it's
Mm-hmm.
like. I mean, if you got everything legit, you can deliver.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, Jacob, you got any more questions before we let this gentleman go for the night?
Nah, man. If he can give us his social media handles, so if we want to contact him and really kind of build with him, because this interview is worth building upon and learned a lot and always ask him questions that he answered. So I like to keep up with his movement and what he's doing. So if he can give his social media handles, well, I greatly appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I'll let me put it on here now. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, because you got to say it out loud too, because we on radio. You know, we on inspireradio.com with my man DJ
Okay.
Ronaldo. So this definitely gonna go on there
Okay.
this
So
week.
on
This
face,
interview.
so on Facebook, man, it's G Riggins. That's GEERIGGINS. I
Okay,
just found where I got you. G
G Riggins.
Riggins
Okay,
on Facebook. Yeah. And
Okay.
here we go. I think it's, I don't know if that loaded or not, but and then on IG we are. Man, let me look at my IG. It's crazy. I don't know this off the top of my head. Give me just a second.
It's all
On
good.
IG it's yeah, on IG it's DRIGG the second, and that's with a two N, put two ND. DRIGG two ND. And
Okay, that's what's up. Well, like
that,
brother,
that's
like I
the
said.
IG.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. Hey, well, I appreciate you coming on tonight, giving us your time. You know what I'm saying? You in Oklahoma City?
No, well, I'm in the outskirts of
Hello?
Oklahoma. Uh, here we go.
Oh boy, you really out there then? Cause I done been in every nook and cranny of this earth in the United States, and you said in the outskirts of Oklahoma. You saw you one of them cities that got like 400 people population, where it's a
Check this
gas
out. So the
station,
population,
a
what
McDonald's.
the pop the population where I'm at is 19,000, and that's with
Oh,
the Air
okay,
Force base.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So that means 18,000 in the Air Force.
yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right, right. But yeah, man. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 2 hours. I'm 2 hours from Oklahoma City, and I'm 2.5 hours from Dallas.
If you can, name me the city. I'm gonna see if I've been there. Tell me what the city it is.
I know you probably heard. I'm not in Lawton, but I know you probably heard of Lawton.
Bro, I've been through Lawton. Yes, I know what Lawton is. I've been through Lawton. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
everywhere, bro. I've been through
yeah.
Lawton.
I'm an hour from Lawton.
Yeah, I've been through Lawton. Yeah, for sure. Yep, you're right. You probably one of the biggest cities out there because it ain't that many big cities in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Ain't but maybe
Lawton is
about
the,
2 or 3 real times. Huh?
yeah, yeah, Lawton is the big one, but like I said, I'm an hour west of Lawton.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I all through, all up and down through Oklahoma. So I already know I've been through. I've probably been through more of the smaller cities of Oklahoma than I have been actually,
The big one.
Oklahoma City itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, especially coming down through going back and forth through Texas and all that. You know what I'm saying? And coming
Oh
through
yeah.
that way and all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so definitely. But like I said, brother, I appreciate you coming on. Much success to you. And like I said, we made history today. You the first marijuana anybody we done had on here as far as that we've been on for 6 years. So you the
Oh,
first that
that's
kind of broke that ice. So hopefully, really get back into it real strong or real hard. We can have you back on your new launch or something you might get going on. You know what I mean?
for
And so, but
sure, man. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be, what I'm saying, a part of, what I'm saying, what you got going on as well, man. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's up, man. You know what I'm saying. Whatever y'all want to do, you got my contact information, you got my phone number and everything, man. Just holler at me. I mean, I'm always working, trying to figure something out.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you have a blessed and wonderful week and blessing to your family. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all,
And
y'all
appreciate you
too,
and good
bro.
night.
Y'all too, bro. Y'all have a good one.
All
Good
right.
night, man.
All right. Peace and blessings, bro.
Bet it up.
Brown skin girl, and she knew I was out to go and clear my mind. The girl, she